Hi, guys. I totally had a diva moment and wouldn't wake up. Oh my God. Thank you so much for waiting. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time and you were waiting and waiting, y'all are too much. Thank you. Whew. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe I was so knocked the F out. Okay. How are you guys doing today? It's been so ridiculously hot and it just zapped the hell out of me. I was like, I have to go live. And Michael tells me, are you tired? I was like, I should nap. And he's like, yeah. Y'all, I was having the craziest dreams. And he keeps coming in my dream. Wake up, open your eyes, go away. I'm not done. Oh my God. Then I just opened my eyes and I was like, oh, whew. All right. So right now I'm going to be doing ClairTarot reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. Truth be told, even if you're not Piscean, even if you're not cross watching, if what you're hearing right now or in this reading resonates with you deeply, there's probably a message for you. So, guys, I'm told this is something you have to hear. A couple days ago, I did a reading, something about a comet. Neowise is the comet, and I believe tonight is the night that, excuse me, for the first time in 7,000 years or something like that, Neowise is going to be visible in the sky. Just breathe. This is going to affect the trajectory of your journey. Okay. We're going to find out how. So, card number 22, Mother Earth. Ooh, I think this energy totally represents those who have been oppressed in some way, those who have not had a voice, have had things taken from them. I mean, we take so much from Mother Earth, it's just kind of ridiculous. Okay. It is just kind of ridiculous how much we just take and take and take from her. So at this point, I think this is representative of the energy of people who keep allowing others to take and take and take. It's time for you to find your voice. It's time for you to become the center of your existence. It's time. Okay. It's just time. So let's see. Card number 35, conscious connections. Wow. So for some of us, something's about to end. Something where the connection just was not really there. It wasn't a heart based connection. It was something, oh, um, oh, it's not a heart based connection. It's like you've been surrounded by dark thoughts, dark feelings, dark energy. They're kind of paying attention to other fish. Oh, gosh. My gosh. And it's like you're trying to be naked in your truth. It doesn't have to necessarily be romantic, but this connection is just being severed at this point. Um, I wonder if for some this connection is someone else, someone else's connection to you, or um, someone you're connected to, their connection to somewhere else. Okay. Are you quoting a video game? Assassin's Creed? Is that what it is? Yeah, life isn't always like a video game. Oh my. Card number 5, cultivate love. It's time for you to see the truth of your power. Oh, wow. Okay, so her hair is all over her eyes, right? Your hair is a symbol of your power, your personal power. And it's time for you to allow yourself to see just how powerful you actually are. So for some people, um, you've been too afraid to kind of um, really see what's going on in your life, really see the connections that you have, really see your need for a much deeper type of connection. Um, you're going to be seeing it. If you're not already seeing it, you're going to be seeing it. You're going to feel a huge sense of like disbelief at where your life has gone, how your life has gone, and this really increasing desire for a deep, deep connection. Okay. A very deep connection. Two, moon, soul. So the moon is the area where we hide aspects of ourselves. There it is. Let's see. Ooh, it's also the High Priestess card, which is Piscean energy. All right. All things must come to the soul from its roots where it's planted. Where did you allow yourself to be planted? Did you plant yourself, or did you allow yourself to be told where you should be and when you should be there? And how quickly you should grow, the way you should grow, how, all of these things that we allow other people to dictate for us. That time has to be finished. It just has to be finished. And you have to allow yourself to really, truly cultivate a sense of self love. Okay. So, what does your gut say? This card is all about mystery, feeling, and hidden messages. It governs intuition and self protection. The moon represents what's felt instinctively and what is at the core of our emotions. The moon is our soul, it shows the innate side of who we are. Um, Allow yourself to shine. This card indicates fluctuations in your life, a lot of change. I feel so much change coming. And although Pisces are very intuitive, this feels like the kind of change that's just going to totally shake your entire world. Um, you might feel this coming. Some of you probably already do feel this coming. You might also be very blindsided. Oh, God. Okay. That made my eyes real big and intense. Wow. All right. The way I know souls to be, your soul will encourage and encourage and encourage until it's just done waiting. Sometimes it can take, a handful of years, sometimes more than a handful of years. Sometimes it could be just a couple weeks. When your soul is done waiting, it will trigger a series of events that will force you into compliance with what your soul has decided for you. For some, if this is a relationship that you were not willing to let go of because of your fear of the unknown, but it's something that's no longer healthy for you, um, there might be some news that pops up, a discovery of sorts, a not so good one, that will force you to decide to walk away. Now, this isn't always about walking away. For some of us, it might be that we haven't been fully present in whatever connection we're in. And maybe something will happen where it'll help you to realize why you've stayed. Okay. Um, is there trouble with the video? Can you guys see me? Can you guys see and hear me? It's making my energy surge and I might be taking out my Wi-Fi. You guys can see me? Okay. So for that moon card, the moon is a side we keep concealed. You may have trouble controlling your emotions. All is not as it seems because something is being obscured. You may have you may feel you've lost your direction or that you don't have all of the information to go forward. Um, there's much you're sensing, but you may be hesitant to act. Substance abuse issues may touch your life, not you necessarily, but certain energies or persons surrounding you. Someone's emotional clinginess may be an issue. After all, the moon tells us to hold on. So it might be someone else holding on to you, or you trying to hold on to someone else. Okay. Deception is possible. Things are cloudy right now. Someone from your past is about to re enter your life. Troublemaker. Careful of whoever enters your life. Okay. So now is a period of growth. Card number 5, growth. This is a time to, oh, I don't know if this is for sure. I'm like a newbie farmer girl, but I'm noticing when the ground gets very warm, when the sun is allowed to really truly heat the soil, the roots go deeper. The plant tends to wake up, reach higher as it goes deeper. And I think that's what's going on right now. Your soul is being heated up. Okay. Your environment is becoming very much fueled. For some of you, this fueling comes in the form of gaslighting. For others of you, this fueling comes in the form of epiphanies. It comes in the form of people who maybe have been around for a while or are just new to your life. They're becoming more vocal in their support and encouragement. So, this is really a time of major change for all of us. Regardless of how the change is occurring, we have to focus on the fact that change is here. If we're not going to recognize this change, you're going to be blindsided by it. It's going to be something that you should have seen from a long, long time away. I don't know if that makes sense. You should have seen it coming from far away. But if you're too busy paying attention to things you don't really need to pay attention to, you're not going to see this coming, and it's going to hurt real bad. Okay. All right. My hair is crazy. Ooh. Oh, oh, oh. Da, 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 da. Hmm. All right. Card number 36, World Within Worlds. For some of us, we have been living something. We have been living something that we haven't really allowed ourselves to focus on. Okay. You have a world within you waking up, and it's not going to take backseat to anything else. And this is scary. There is something within you coming full circle, is what I hear. I thought it was just going to come forward. It's so that means someone from your past is coming back. Full circle means they left or you left, and you're going back to wherever it was you were at. Uh, mm. Y'all be careful with that. Be careful with that. It is time for what? I don't know. But it is time. I keep getting that. It's time. It's time. Okay. So, card number 4, against the grain. You're going to be swimming upstream. You're going to be fighting the current. You're going to feel extremely exhausted, but you're worth it. Whatever it is you're swimming towards. Um, whatever it is you're swimming towards, it's something you've been swimming towards for a long time already. Very, very long time. But there are those who function as seagulls. They've been trying to take ownership of you and your journey. Some of them intentionally, others not so intentional. It's just something that's happened without their realization. It's been happening. They've been interfering with your path. And it's like the water is getting so deep. I mean, the seagulls can only go so deep, right? So they won't be able to affect or deter you heading to wherever it is you need to go. Card number 9, Euphoria. Honor yourself. Now is not the time to fall back into old cycles that that encourage you to commingle your soil with soils that are toxic. Okay. You just, you have to allow your journey to unfold. You have to stop trying to control where this journey goes, how it goes. 81% at 531. 81531. 8 plus 1 is 9. 5 plus 3 plus 1 is 9. 9, 9. Interesting. So this is telling me that this is an elevated divinity. You're reaching higher levels of consciousness, but before you get there, you're going to go through some stuff. You're definitely going to go through some stuff. And, you know, for people in the comments who are not in agreement with where this reading is going, first, this is a general reading. So if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. Second, I can't give you results or information that's not there in the cards. So just because this is a difficult topic does not mean it's a good or a bad thing. It's just a thing that you're needing to be aware of if it's resonating. Okay. So these two cards are making me breathe very deep because we have card number 10, Neptune, sacrifice, and card number 26, surrender. So it's kind of like this sense of what are you surrendering to and what are you sacrificing? Are you surrendering your resistance to whatever it is you need to experience? Or are you doing this thing again where you are sacrificing yourself? You're allowing yourself to be martyred. There are so many different ways that whatever this event is, so many different ways for it to play out. Your expectation of whatever this is, whether you're very excited for it to come, whether you think it's something negative, whether it's something you're choosing to believe you want to avoid, that's going to seriously affect how it happens. I don't know what this event is, but I do know from life experience, every single time my soul wanted and needed me to learn something, to head towards a specific direction, to allow something to occur for my benefit, when I didn't understand, when I didn't agree, when I felt like my monkey mind knew better than my eternal soul, I screwed myself over and over, repeatedly. I suffered more internally, externally. I struggled more. I made everything so much worse for myself. Now, I don't know. Maybe you feel like you're different. Maybe you feel like you can do it. You can get through it by fighting your soul. I'm not going to stop you. But I will tell you, a human versus a soul, the human will always lose 100% of the time. The only thing that varies is how deep will that wound reach before you tap out. That's your choice. That's your choice. This is what I know as fact in regards to spiritual progress. If it hurts, it's because you're learning something. If it hurts and you're struggling, it's because you're resisting whatever it is you're supposed to learn. Okay? So, ooh, hot diggity. Oh my gosh. I like the way you work it. No diggity. Soul's gonna tear us a new ass, is what it is. So I see these two cards. Card number 27, self-worth, and card number 40, sacred fool. Here's the thing, Pisces. Here's the thing. Have you been covering up, concealing the truth of your identity? Will you only allow yourself to be the person that other people expect you to be? Is that what it is? Because I pulled this card last night. I didn't have any kind of that. I didn't have that type of meaning. It was like, we're going to be a tsunami of change. Not tonight. Not right now. What this card is telling me, concealing of the truth of your identity. This is a type of concealment. This is a type of illusion. You are lying to yourself. Lying to yourself about Michael's saying this, okay? I'm just delivering messages. Lying to yourself about the depth of the connectivity with certain individuals, lying to yourself about the need for what? Ooh, lying to yourself regarding the need for challenge to induce growth. If you're the type of person, I'm not singling anyone out, if you're the type of person that only allows yourself to grow through extreme challenge, then that's what's going to happen. You're going to be extremely challenged. And for some of us, there might be a need for us to recognize the reason specific individuals are being brought back is to challenge you like they did before. 78% at 537. 7, 8, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8, 7. Okay. So this is inverted mirrors. This is your mirror that's coming back. It's going to mirror an aspect of yourself that needs recognition. Please don't limit this to some concept of, oh my gosh, my twin's gonna come. Who gives a fuck about the twin? I mean, okay, I give an F about my twin. I hope they're okay and I hope they're happy. Happy. I caught that. Happy. I hope they're happy. I don't wish ill will on anybody. But this is about your growth. This is about my growth. This is not about someone else. This is about you recognizing the growth, recognizing that certain individuals sometimes are brought back into your life, not for romance, not because of twin stuff, but because they are able to trigger certain things that are so deep within you. 7788. 77% at 538. Ooh, I'm being told to break it down, break it down. 77 is the elevated number of change. 7 raised up on itself. Change. No, completion. 538. 5 is the number of change. 3 is the number of a solid foundation. 8 is a number of reunification. 77, this whole number sequence tells me you have completed a major cycle. Allow the change to happen to give you a solid foundation from which you can reunify your parts. Sometimes the term parts means simply fractals of yourself, recognizing aspects of yourself that you weren't able to notice, accept, acknowledge, whatever it is previously. Sometimes fractal of self involves your connection with someone else. The definition for parts is going to be unique for each of us. Okay. Okay. So this card came up with it. Sacred Fool. No one else is pulling the strings. It is you. You are your own puppet master. The more you try and move the strings to avoid specific things that you need to grow, the more worn out those strings will get. If you feel you are worn out, if you feel that you are just kind of exhausted with life, exhausted with how difficult things always have to be, I'm going to need to ask you to look within yourself and see, have things been difficult because of the decisions you've made, because your attempt to avoid certain aspects of yourself, certain connections, certain circumstance that you know is there to grow you? I can be very honest in a very public way to all of you who are watching. Every single time that I have suffered what seems like needlessly, it is because I have put on my running shoes and I took off running away from whatever lesson I need to learn because of the individual that my soul is using to trigger the learning process. After a certain while, your belly's going to start cramping. Your legs are going to fatigue. You're going to have a hard time breathing. You're just going to be worn the F out. That is because of what you chose. Some of us choose this consciously, others of us choose this subconsciously. But what we have to always remember, you chose it. Okay. So if you know that you can choose whatever the intensity level is for the lessons, choose something less intense. I'm choosing something less intense at this point. As a Piscean, the same messages apply to me. Someone's coming back. Someone's coming back. Oh, well, you know what? You've been telling me that for a year. Ain't no one back. Ain't no one back. Is it me that's coming back? Like, just let's get this lesson over with. Let's go to the next step of the lesson. I've released my fear. Oh my God, what's going to happen if someone comes back? I don't even know who someone is. What's going to happen? Oh my gosh, my whole world's going to be turned upside down. I don't want that. Girl, you don't even know who the hell's coming. Why are you freaking out? I had that conversation with myself a couple months. You don't even know who's coming. Hey, no one even came. Calm down. Get to the next part of the journey. Get to the next part of the lesson. And now I'm just like, if someone comes back, they better knock on the door. Knock first, call first, whatever. I'm not going to kick you out. I'm just saying, don't be rude. Don't be like, inconsiderate. So maybe you can get to that point where you're not so fixated on, oh my God, a specific person is coming back. I don't know. I don't know if it's a specific person. I do know whatever comes back is going to grow you in some way, either through softness and apologies and being fully present, or triggering you again. Either way, it serves you. So stop fighting it. Card number 16, embrace oneness with the universe. Ooh, I'm getting that you need to begin walking barefoot on your path. You have separated yourself so much from the path that you are walking. You know how you've done this? I'm being told to tell you how you've done this. So basically, you've been allowing other people's words, certain teachings, certain spiritual beliefs, certain assumptions that are rooted in filters created by other people's distorted views. You've allowed that to separate you from the truth of your path. You need to feel that spiritual dirt under your feet. You need to allow your spiritual path to communicate with you. You have to allow yourself to be exposed to the very things that are helping to build your spiritual immune system. Ooh, that's deep. That is deep. Ooh, I clapped for myself. That is deep. You know why that's deep? That's deep because of the fact that with the way the environment of the world is right now, so much fear based fear, fear upon fear upon fear. The fact is this, okay? I don't give a shit what any medical professional says. This is a very simple fact of life. Immunity is built through exposure. I'm not asking you to lick doorknobs. I'm letting you know immunity is built through exposure. Now, am I just talking about the circumstance happening in the world? I'm actually not. I'm using my personal beliefs on global circumstance to really help you to understand what I'm talking about regarding your spiritual path. Your strength is built through exposure. Your soul is attempting to expose you to circumstance individuals, thoughts, feelings, whatever it is, to use those very things to build upon. Are you going to allow that? Oh, Michael, you going to wear your spiritual mask, hide away in your home, within your head, and allow yourself to perpetuate, amplify, perpetuate, amplify, perpetuate, amplify your fear of an individual? Do you really know someone in your life that is that powerful that their presence will simply destroy you? I mean, for some people, you might have someone brought back into your life that has the ability to destroy aspects of you, but not for nothing. Those aspects of you that will be destroyed are the aspects of you that have been fighting your progress. Just saying. Oh, do. So we have this next card. Card number 35, 11th house, friends. If you look at that, there's going to be a friend that's going to try and separate you from yourself. You know, once upon a time in my life, I used to have friends that, let's face it, they were really just friends because of whatever benefits they could acquire through being my friend. These are the very people who caused me to question myself, and not in a good way. These are the people who caused me to question myself because there were implied accusations of me being horrible, me being things that I know that I'm not. So, what are you going to listen to? Your sense of knowing, or other people's distorted perceptions that are pretty much loaded in their favor? I'm just saying, careful what you allow in, okay? Careful what you allow in. So, card number 35, 11th house, friends. Don't walk behind me. I may not lead. Don't walk in front of me. I may not follow. Just walk beside me and be my friend. Ooh, that's a powerful ass message. So, for some of us, let me read that again. Don't walk behind me. I may not lead. Don't walk in front of me. I may not follow. Just walk beside me. For some of us, many of us, whoever this is that's coming back, that's coming back, that's coming back, this is not something you need to run from, because you're messing up your own journey in that way. You think, okay, they're going to come in from the right, so I'm going to run towards the left to avoid them. What if you're supposed to walk together towards the next part of your journey? You just derailed yourself. In your avoidance of whatever it is you're supposed to experience, you just derailed yourself. Ooh. The three graces of hope, faith, and charity. The bonds of friendship. Rely upon support from friends and other associations. Don't attempt to go it alone. You will need help. That's some shit. That is some shit. The 11th house is all about associations and how we connect to others. The 11th house is commonly referred to as a house of friends, but it's so much more than that. It has everything to do with a collective that comes from groups, people who identify and align with each other to make social change. By combining our energies with others, we can make our world, but more importantly, the domain of others, a better place. So this does tie into this connection that keeps being talked about, a connection that's supposed to help usher in change for the collective whole. Now, the message, it's a general message. It's not going to be applicable to everybody, okay? So this corresponds to the Three of Cups, sources of help, alliances, groups, friends, the black sheep of the family, goals, hopes, wishes, and dreams. Oh, Michael has a lot of messages today. I don't know why I'm sweating. What is going on? Michael has a lot of messages today. He said if you look at the herd, okay, the group of sheep, the black sheep isn't always ostracized. It's only within human concept, human perception, that we believe the black sheep and the white sheep need to remain separated. Let this sink in, that we have to keep the black and the white separated. That time is done. That time is so over. This is not a time for us to allow ourselves to remain separate from the very things we need to allow ourselves to incorporate. We need more understanding. We need more acceptance. We need more equality. And for many of us, this starts with a reconnection with someone from your past, someone who knows aspects of you that you thought you have already outgrown. If you've really had that growth since that separation, what are you afraid of? Oh, whoa. What are we afraid of? I just blurted out something that Michael was saying. If you've truly grown, if you've truly allowed yourself to immerse in your personal power, your pools of personal power, what are you so afraid of? Are you afraid that you will go back to that place of instability? Are you afraid that the presence of an individual from your past will bring you back to the place where you were in the past, and somehow you won't be able to handle yourself? You won't be able to handle the lessons. I don't know. I don't know. So then what? I say bring it. Bring him, bring her, bring them, bring everything. Fucking bring it. Because I know I've grown. I know I'm way hell of a lot stronger than I was even just last week. Fucking bring them all. Bring them all so I can continue to stand in my truth, continue to resonate with myself, my journey, and really prove to myself, you motherfucker don't have that kind of power over me. Nobody does. You will not get in the way of my growth. You will not tarnish the way I see myself. You will not affect me in a negative way unless I give you permission to. And my permission is revoked. Just saying. Bring them all. Don't really bring them all. I'm just saying. We don't need that. So, card number 18, pleasure. It's going to be a beautiful thing once you take down the walls that have confined your heart and throat energy. So many of us, because of the things we've experienced, have completely walled off our heart and our throat. We've stopped allowing ourselves to have a heart based connection with individuals. We've stopped allowing ourselves to speak our truth. We've shrunk back into our shell and become a shadow of who we are supposed to be. You want to avoid your growth? By all means, choose that for yourself. You want to avoid the crumbling destruction of the walls that have kept you confined into a space of shrinking, because that's what some of us have been doing. Okay, that's what some of us have been doing. And if you want to stay there, you're welcome to. You're absolutely welcome to. This message is not about, let's tell you what might potentially come your way so you can avoid it and maintain your walls, maintain the prison that you've made for yourself. This reading is all about recognizing, okay, there's some things that make me uncomfortable. These things might happen. Certain people who make me uncomfortable might come back, might try and reconnect. I'm not that insecure, broken person I was the last time they were around. It's not going down that way again. I'm strong enough and confident enough to stand in my truth with them in front of me and listen to what they have to say, because some aspect of something they are saying to me or want to say to me is a piece of my puzzle. I'm going to get my pieces back. And if they can play by the rules I've established for myself and my auric kingdom, they can continue to visit. But the moment they show me they are here, they are present to drag me back to a place of toxicity that I have already left, I'm strong enough to cut them out for good. So, this is about having no fear of who comes to you, knowing that whoever it is that comes to you is brought to you by your soul. We have to learn to drop our fear just because we don't understand. At no point has your higher self ever plotted or planned against you. At multiple points in your life, your limited human consciousness and its limited understanding of divinity, divine purpose, divine circumstance, divine connections, that's what screwed you over. 65% at 556, 65556. If you allow yourself to receive, which is the number 6, you then experience elevated change. 555 is a very high level of change, which then allows you to receive 65556. It's time for you to allow yourself to change. It's time for you to allow yourself to receive the very things your soul has been trying to give you for some time now. So hot. Let me just get a couple more cards. I'm sleepy again, too. Okay. Here's the thing. I saw the comment of, oh, hard to walk away, so hard. Here's the thing. I don't know if this is true for everyone, but I know it's true for most women. Most women. Okay. I can't speak for men because I haven't lived as a man in this life. For women, when it's time to walk away, when we truly have learned everything we need to learn from whatever it is we're learning from, we don't need someone else to encourage us. We don't need someone else to support us, to validate our decision. We just walk away. Now, oftentimes, the things that people say, the programming we receive from society, it causes us to guilt ourselves for being in whatever lesson we're in. And then we try and convince ourselves, I should do this, I should do that. Oh, I'm stupid if I stay. Why do we do that? Why do we do that? No, if it's time for you to leave, you ain't even gonna call up your girlfriends. You're gonna be like, fuck this shit. I'm out. You're just gonna call your girlfriend when you're done with the shit. Hey girl, I moved out. Fuck that. You know that's how it fuck that shit. I moved out. I'm done with that. I'm just done with that. And you have to allow yourself to really just travel your path. You have to stop living your life based on whatever numbers we think we're supposed to be on right now. Like I know someone, girlfriend wasn't even in love with her boyfriend at that point, her fiance. It's just because they'd been together for so long, since high school. I'm like, why are y'all even getting married? Life by numbers, because, when you finish certain milestones, that's the next thing you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get married. And then after that, you're supposed to have a baby. After a year, you have a baby. After you have the baby, you contemplate having a second baby. And I mean, initiation, engagement, not initiation. What? Come on, guys. No. Is it about not caring? Is that the heart of the message? Or is it about you knowing it's good to care? It's healthy to care. Caring, excuse me, caring is a sign of strength. But don't just care about any little thing. Use discernment to figure out what things you should care about. So, Let us see. Ace of Coins in reverse. Prosperity without happiness, misused wealth, wasted money or energy, corruption by energy or money, greed, fool's gold. All right. So here's the thing. If you're going to allow your perception to be heavily influenced by programming that was never created to help you actually grow, but instead created and perpetuated to make you more easier to control and tie down, then you need to be aware of what you're getting yourself into. Okay? And that same principle applies for when people are like, well, this is my twin. We have to be together because that's what twins are supposed to do. I beg to fucking differ. I beg to fucking differ. And you can't be like, oh, because you don't know. Oh, I know my twin. I know who it is. I know who it is. And that's fine. If we're supposed to be friends and work nicely together and actually have contact and go through lessons, being a part of each other's life, that's fine. But I'm not going to fall into that trap of, well, I have to go ahead and ruin a perfectly healthy marriage and betray the trust of a person I promised to always honor and who has always honored me. I'm going to go ahead and betray that trust. I'm going to do some real shady shit because twins. No. No. Now, for some, that connection might progress to something that's more romance based. But to program it where it's like, oh, well, now my marriage has to end because I found my twin. Most of the people who have said that to me over the years about their circumstance, and they're so convinced, every single last one has crashed and burned so horribly. So horribly. Am I saying the twin connection is an evil one? No, I'm saying the human perception of that connection leads to misery because you're not perceiving truth at that point. You're really not. You're buying into some storyline that's going to seriously fuck your ass up. Not because I said so, but because much of what is released in social media, on the internet, whatever it is, wherever it is you get your information, much of that is the distortion of what that connection actually is. It's a distortion. So careful what you allow yourself to participate in. All right. 9 of Wands. Expectation of difficulties and changes. Deception, a pause in current struggle. If it's a twin that's coming back, which for some it can be, if it's for a twin that's coming back, make sure they've grown while they were gone. Because if they haven't grown while they were gone, you're going to be repeating the same shit over again. I promise you that. Unless they have recognized their part in the toxicity that erupted from the two of you, good luck with that. Enjoy. Do enjoy. Let's see. I am so hot. Michael, I'm really not liking this whole sweating thing. I never used to sweat, ever. Oh my gosh. Is this what you guys experience? Almost sweaty and there. All right. The sun in reverse. Unhappiness, loneliness, possibly a broken engagement or marriage, canceled plans, triumph delayed. Whew. So, okay. So, okay. This book comes from my Chinese deck, from my Chinese tarot deck. Okay. So it talks about, let me see if I can find the card. It talks about a legend of how there were 9 suns in the sky, solar suns, okay? And the person's love was so great that they took down 8 of the suns and only 1 sun was left, and that saved the earth. So this totally ties into twin stuff, because in a twin pairing, one has lunar energy, the other has solar energy. And the sun oftentimes is connected to a sense of truth, right? Stand in the light of your truth. You know that they can fake sunlight, right? They have light bulbs that can replicate sunlight, artificial sunlight. So if you're expecting yourself to have some sort of experience and you're failing to realize you are being exposed to artificial sunlight, you are going to dry the F up. It's not going to be for your growth, it's going to be for your detriment. A true connection, a true connection will not do that to you. So don't listen to the things you're hearing online about your connections with other people. Don't use these twisted teachings as a way to justify artificial connectivity. It's not going to serve you, okay? Now, if it's a true connection, I mean, if you're supposed to talk, there's really no way you're going to stop that. There's no way you're going to avoid that. At some point, that is something that will happen. You might be able to delay it for a bit, but eventually it's going to happen. Okay. So, 6 of Wands. Conquest, triumph, good news, advancement, expectation, desires realized as a result of effort. So, some people can shapeshift too, like a fake twin. Yeah. Then there's a dark twin, the false twin, all of that lovely bullshit that we. So, whatever you expect to happen, that's probably what's going to happen. If you expect your world to be turned upside down, for you to be disrespected, for your connections to be disrespected, ruined, plotted against, that's probably how it's going to happen for you. But if you can shift your perception to be something along the lines of, this makes me uncomfortable, but I know my soul has always looked out for me, has always provided the circumstance that I need to grow myself. Let's see where this conversation leads. I'm going to grow from this. No matter what, I'm going to grow. And I'm going to trust my soul not to bring things to me that are just going to somehow hurt me unnecessarily. Trust in yourself. Seriously, trust in yourself. Page of Pentacles. Deep concentration and application, scholarship, reflection, desire for new ideas. A do-gooder, bearer of news. So there you go. Deep concentration and application. Concentrate deeply on your growth. And just know, whatever's brought back to you is going to help grow you. It's going to assist. It's not going to take over unless that's something you allow a potentiality for. And this is not about victim shaming. This is about recognizing you are manifesting, bringing into form, bringing into being the very experiences that you need to experience. And if you need to experience something, you're going to experience it. How you experience it, you absolutely have a say in that. What do you mean, Emmie? Well, if you perceive what you are going to experience as something that's unnecessarily painful for no good reason, other than because this person is evil and they're here to punish you, then that's probably how you're going to see everything that happens. But if you choose to see something in a more positive way, not ignoring the potentiality of being hurt, being disrespected, but seeing it in a more positive way where, all right, so this person is here. I might end up crying, but I need to hear what they have to say. I need to hear it so I can finally get clarity and just understand my path. And whether they stay or not, at least I know. At least I know how it went down, not what I thought, but just really know. Ooh. So Michael is saying, in the absence of explanation, we created our own stories. So if you had a connection with someone and they walked away, or you walked away, there wasn't an opportunity to really understand what was going on. There wasn't. And so you created your own story. Ooh. So Mike, Michael is saying what he's saying for some, okay, not for all. For some, um, maybe there was a perception that they walked away because they were done playing games, because um, they learned enough about you that they didn't feel you were worth their time. And so you've carried that in your heart for however many months, however many years. And now it's time for you to really know they walked away because the fear of what you represent for them, because they never had that type of connection with anyone else. And they are so used to self sabotage, or because they saw that it was something very difficult. Maybe you were already in a relationship, maybe you were married, and they saw that it was just like, I can't ask this of you. So instead, I'll walk away and I'll just keep thinking of you and just waiting for the day where this is something you want and you won't have to make a choice because you'll already have the opportunity to explore this with me. So we just really don't know. We just really don't know. The fact is, all of this is allowed to happen at this point. So you can stop assuming. So you can finally hear from the horse's mouth. Okay? This was never about someone's coming back to try and jump your bones and you're going to be in a relationship and it's going to. This is about your growth, deepening your understanding and knowing of yourself, your journey, where you've been, because knowing where you were helps to determine where you are going. This is about you connecting with yourself and recognizing the people who are brought before you are brought to you because they are reflections of aspects within you. Just saying. Just saying. So all the cards are done. I'm hot AF. I gotta go. I hope, I hope this gives whatever clarity is needed. Stop being afraid of your journey. Stop being afraid of the details within that journey. Release this preconceived notion. They're coming back to hurt me again. They're coming back because I survived the last time and they're just going to really destroy me this time. They're coming back because they don't care that I'm happy in my relationship. They just want to be selfish and take me away. And nobody can take you away from something you don't want to walk away from. Case in point, did I walk away? No. No. I'm exactly where I need to be. Does that mean I have to close down doors that are being opened for me to receive higher learning? It doesn't even matter who comes to deliver the lessons. I've gotten to a point where I'm not afraid to learn. Whoever it is that my soul uses to bring these lessons to my doorstep, I'll make a pot of tea and we can chat. Give me my lessons. And if you want to continue interacting, so long as you're respectful, so long as you don't try and take from me things that I'm not willing or able to give, I'll welcome you in my life. It's perfectly fine. I don't have any fears about who I am, where I'm supposed to be, my connections with other people. Nothing is ever going to ruin my connection with my husband specifically. If we ever separate, it's because we both choose to. It's not because someone else came in, convinced me of anything, convinced him of anything. No, that's strong. My relationship with other people are solid and strong. If you have fears about your connections with other people, you have to address that. You have to analyze where that comes from. Why can't you trust this person? And if you can't trust this person, why are they allowed to continue to be a part of your life? If I don't trust you, you're not in. I'm not answering your messages. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not going to waste my time to convince myself that I'm fucked up for listening to my intuition. Okay. I'm not saying that they're not worth my time. I'm saying me trying to convince myself that my intuition is wrong is not worth my time. I'm just going to listen to my intuition. And at this point, my intuition tells me allow connections that will help to grow you. And a connection doesn't have to be romantic. A connection can simply be a conversation. One conversation, multiple conversations, whatever it is your higher self planned for you, that's what you need. Stop fighting your journey. Stop fighting yourself. Okay? Give this video a thumbs up, you guys. If you haven't already subscribed, tap that bell, tap the all button. Join me every single time I'm live. I'm going to try and come live again later tonight. I'm so uncomfortable. I overloaded my chest and I've just been hurting all day. I will try and come back live tonight to finish the reading for the elements, okay? I'm not back up to a point where I feel called to read for each sign individually, but I am kind of feeling this like groove to read for the elements. Just really quick, something fun, maybe give you a little bit of, I don't know, guidance that you're looking for, whatever it is. So, subscribe, join me. I'll be live again later tonight. Promise I'm not going to sleep on y'all. Sorry, I'm getting old. Bye, everyone.